Hi, let's talk about Pokemon. So I'm going to do a little bit of a series, and it's probably going to branch out to the different Switch titles at the current moment. I might do more in the past, but I just want to see how these do, and I want to see the interaction with them. But yeah, I'm going to be doing my little thoughts on BDSP, which is, if you don't know, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So this explanation is probably not going to be very long at all, but that game is chopped. Alright, goodbye. Just kidding. Let me give you a little bit more if you need it. I don't know why you would need any fucking... That's the best explanation you can get of it. So, picture this. I am just a boy. Sorry, my brain just died for a second. I'm just a boy who started their Pokemon journey at Generation 5. So, the first generation I started was honestly one of the best generations to start with, in my opinion. Generation 5. That game was so amazing, I will glaze it up to the end of time. So, I missed out on all of the past experiences. Yes, I have gone back and touched some of the older games, but BDSP, or original Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, I had not ever touched before until recent years. So a little bit before probably BDSP was announced, I had played a little bit of Pearl, I played a little bit of Diamond, didn't complete them. I have a hard time playing some of the DS eras, especially since I've been so, blessed by the Switch era of games. So I don't really, sometimes I have a hard time playing older titles because it's like I'm in the Stone Ages or something like that. I don't know why. But when I saw that BDSP was getting re-released on the Switch, that was like, great, I have my perfect entry point to Diamond and Pearl. I love the show when it came out. I love a lot of the Pokemon that came out of there. One of my favorite Pokemon today is fucking Glade. I think it was a cool thing. I thought, I didn't think the game was gonna be any worse. But playing through BDSP was such a bad experience for me that is probably my number one game with the most unreplayability ever. That is definitely a game that I did not enjoy playing. Did I love seeing the different aspects? Absolutely. Do I love rediscovering the lore of the Sinnoh and, Arceus, Palkia, Dialga, whoever the fuck? Absolutely. Did I enjoy playing that game? No. When they said one-to-one remake, or like one-to-one remake, they meant that shit. And I'm just like, girl, you could have done so much fucking better with it. You could have gave us enhanced battles, enhanced mechanics, enhanced TMs. You could have... That... Oh my god. Like, literally making money in that game is like... Shoot me. Get a knife. Can I go to a Sui? I honestly think when you're done in post game, it should be easy to collect money up. I don't know all the ins and outs of BDSP, so there's a lot of areas I don't know about. There's a lot of areas of I don't know how you make your money in that fucking place. But I tried making it through going to the Elite Four, and I'm gonna give them. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna give them praise for having a unique and strong Elite Four and champion. I will give them claps up. Amen to Cynthia. We love her. We praise her. She's queen. Okay. Going through that shit multiple times is like war, bro. For me, I have a personal quest, and that is to get ribbons. Ribbons on a lot of my Pokemon. The way I have to reset all of my Pokemon's movesets, and I don't have the TMs to make them usable or viable is crazy. Like, literally, I tried going to the battle tower. Is it the battle tower or the battle resort or frontier something? I don't know what it's called. But I wanted to get, you know, ribbons for my Pokemon. The only ribbons I was able to get are the daily ribbons and the fucking, you know, gorgeous ribbon or the brilliant ribbon. Like, you know, the fucking little ones you buy or ones you just like walk up to a person and they give you. But I was trying to get ribbons, and going to the Elite Four and the Champion is, if they don't have the good movesets, they're not usable. And I pretty much have to use my BDST team that I used to beat it the first time, which I barely made it through the first time because I decided I want to use a fucking Kricketune named Godslayer. I got thrown off. It's true. I tried to use a Kricketune on that team, and, you know, I wanted him to be the one that killed Dialga. And did he? Absolutely. I made sure he stayed alive for that whole battle. But still, I had to bring so many of my main team on the, you know, capture the flag matches of getting the ribbon for my other Pokemon, like Gallade and, I have a Gallade, a Golduck, a Purugly that I wanted a ribbon on, but to do the rematches for that shit was so much like pulling teeth. It's like crazy. But yeah, what can I say that's good? I will praise them for having a good and strong, unique Elite Four. All the gym leaders were, you know, those are gym leaders I grew up with in my childhood when I watched the TV show. So though they were cool seeing them again, Crash and Wake, Candace, you know, whoever the fuck. But playing through that game in the way that it's supposed to be like played through is just like, oh my god, I'm in the dark ages. Like, I may as well not even. I'm surprised I have a fucking bike. BDSP was the real Hisui. I'm sorry. Playing through Hisui was fun and innovative and challenging in its own right, but, you know, playing through BDSP was just like, I may as well be fucking fighting these bitches with a can opener. There's no point. So overall, that game doesn't rate very high. I'm sorry if you're a lover of that game. It tore something for me that I will never get back. Did I find that there are a lot of aspects that I found, you know, I love the characters, I love the, you know, the lore it brought to the Pokemon world, I love the Pokemon it brought to the Pokemon world. Playing through that story and the playing and the mechanics that was in that game it was horrible. I'm sorry. The battleground, the underground area, which is the underground area where you like find all the different unique Pokemon, that was cool. I found that I was stuck there for like multiple minutes, like, you know, playing through the little underground. I found that was pretty cool. Other than that, no, I don't like it. I would not subscribe again. But yeah, that was my take on BDSP or Brilliant Diamond. That's when I played through. Not much to say about it. Bye.